Hey YouTubers, I'm going to give you a quick product review of this Titan T2 series power rack. And the thing I like about this rack is that I added the dumbbell bar holder pair. Those cost an extra $81. The rack was $319, but it makes a really cool dumbbell setup. It has a 44-inch walk-in, 28 positions, 700-pound capacity. The stated weight of this unit is 107 pounds. I'll get back to that later because I have a question on that. But it's 2-inch square tubing. You know, it's not your 3-inch. It's not really super heavy gauge steel, but it is 700-pound rating on it. Comes with a pair of J-cups for your bar holder, and it has the safety rails, the bar pins there to catch the bar if you can't do your last rep. It has a 1.5-inch chin-up bar, and it has 2 weight holders on the back that are pretty much useless. The weight holders would more or less be to put a couple weights on there to stabilize the rack so that it doesn't move around if you're digging into it, doing some really heavy lifting where you're going to be scooting the bar around. This unit also has some accessories. It has quite a few accessories actually. Some of the ones I liked were the plate holders that go on it. Those are $22.99. They're bar pegs that mount on the back of it where you actually could do some weight storage on it. And they also make a T2 dip bar attachment that's only $32.99 that can go on here. And then they have a more expensive Y bar dip attachment like you've seen on some of the heavier Rep Fitness, the Body Solid 3-inch units. Real nice attachments, a single arm attachment, and then it Ys out for your dip positions. They make a short version of this rack that's for lower ceilings as low as 6 foot. This rack, looking for the height on it, was 80 inches tall on this rack, or 83 inches tall. The pull-up height is 80 inches, and again the shorter version is for 6 foot, as low as 6 foot ceilings, and it has 21 positions. I was getting back to the weight on that. That's rated as a 132-pound system, so it's actually shorter than this one, and for some reason it's heavier. So I don't know if that's an error on Titan's part on that, mistype or something, but it's 71.5 inches tall for the short version. The pull-up height is only 68.5 inches, so you'd have to do bent knee pull-ups. The width on it's the same, a 44-inch walk-in. The depth is 45 inches. The depth on these racks is really from the footers out front. It's not the true depth. I'd have to get a measuring tape for that, but it's measuring the full width of the support beam on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and lift these off real quick so you can see it in action. And I've got a Titan utility bench here. This bench is about $100. Nice thing about Titan is they have 10% off sales all the time. If you watch their site, different holidays have sales. You can collect points. Each item that you buy, you get so many points, and they give you a dollar amount towards your next purchase. So if you happen to be in the market for some bars and some other things, you may get a discount on this unit, which I did by buying some. I actually bought some bar holders for my Body Solid. I had to modify them a little bit, but it worked out. Without any more ado, I'll go ahead and lift this off. Show you, this is 85-pound dumbbells. If I had to do this by myself, I'd be resting them on my knee. I'd rock back and take the full. That's a pretty good jolt on your shoulders when you lean back, as any of you know with the dumbbell. So this is what I like on these. Is I'm right under the dumbbells. I wish the position was a little tighter in here so I could lift off my triceps and then get it to the bench position, but it is what it is. It's a pretty good system though. So set it back down in the rack. 85-pound dumbbells, not too much problem. Again, this is from Titan Fitness. I haven't seen any other copies of this, but I expect that there probably will be copies because it's a pretty nice attachment for your rack systems to have. Hope that gives you some help in your choice of products. Paint on this unit is pretty basic. It's just a clear gloss paint. It's not a flat. When I got the unit originally, it had some scratches in it. Titan actually replaced the uprights that had scratches. It looked like somebody stuck a forklift under the box when they were moving it. Ended up scraping all the pieces that were on the bottom of the box pretty severely. So, good job by Titan as far as customer service. No argument, no qualms, no nothing. Sent me a box of uprights out, told me to scrap the old uprights, and actually gave me a $15 credit towards my next purchase. So couldn't be happier really with Titan as far as the customer service on the unit. Good deal. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching. So I'm going to do one more set on this rack really quick for you before I close on it. The gauge on this rack is 12 gauge, and so that's the difference between the T3 and the X3. Those are 11 gauge steel, and then when you go to the X2, which is really beefy rack, you go to like a 9 gauge steel, like commercial steel. Some of the accessories for this real quick, like I said, there's plate holders and dip bar attachments. There's also extra set of J hooks that you can get for it, for rope ring attachments. The rope ring attachment's $29. Extra J hooks were about that same price. Has spotter arms that you can get for it that are $69, and it also even has a monolift rack mounted attachment for the T2 that's $153.40. So I really like this rack. It's you know, not the rack I would have gotten to do my heavy lifting on, but I would compare it to some of the old Body Smith stuff, any of the tough stuff that uses 2-inch square tubing, a lot of the at-home gym type stuff. Pretty comparable. I was going to read real quick here. I went to their site. It's actually marked down right now for the taller unit to $283.65, and the shorter unit is $296.67. So right there's you know, a pretty good savings. Although I did get 10% off on mine, so I probably paid about the same price. This may be a continuation of some sale that they had. I like this unit. It will take, you know, I would be comfortable putting 320, 30 pounds on here and doing it. I wouldn't take it up to 700 pounds, that's for sure. The J-cups, the gauge steel on them to me is not that beefy. I would think if you're putting 500 pounds, 550 pounds on these, there's a chance if you slam it down you're going to bend them. I would definitely have spotters along with the spotter bars if that were the case, although those bars look like they'll hold it. So let me do a set here again real quick. I did measure the depth from upright to upright. On the outside measurement it is 30 inches. So, you know, 4 inches off of that, 26 inches in between bars for your depth. And, you know, the manufacturer goes up front here, which is part of the support beam, and then your uprights are inside of that. I want to do another set because I was scooted real far back, pretty deep on that last one, and I did kind of clunk it. And I did have a little blooper here in that I had 2 different size dumbbells on here, but I'll be a little more careful this time. These are both 85s this time. So put your body weight out in front of your holders. Lift off, down. And I'm 60 years old, by the way, so 85 pounds for me is quite a bit of weight still, and it really is a cool unit. I like it. Titan Fitness has a pretty good website. Getting into those other units, the T2 is rated at 700 pounds, like I said. The T3 is 1,000 pounds. The X3 jumps up to 1500, and then that X2 that I was saying has a really beefy gauge steel. That thing is rated at 3,000 pounds. So make your choice. Their customer service would be a big help to you. If you're deciding what rack to get, they're all pretty reasonable compared to the other makers. And the finishes have come a long way, although this base unit is pretty, again, basic. I think the X3 has a powder coat finish, or more of a powder coat type finish, but you can verify that with the site. Lots of accessories there. Some of them may be cross-utilized to other rack systems. Like I said, I was able to use the Titan bar holders on my body solid rack system, which I have right over here. And that is a 3x3 inch 11 gauge steel rack system. I could put just about anything on that I would want to lift, because I'm never going to go to 1,500 pounds. So, good system. Hope this helps you guys. So I wanted to show these safety bars, your bar catches, spotter bars, whatever you want to call them. And then these are the dumbbell bar holders. I'm going to lift this 85 off so that you can see it. And there you have it. It just locks in. Pretty basic. It's got the nylon plastic protection on them, so you're not clanking steel to steel. Although my dumbbells are Troy and they're rubber coated anyway, so and then so you can see the welds on this, and there's your channel. It has your knurling on the bar. It's been gloss coated over, but it's decent knurling. I don't worry about that much anyway when I'm lifting. And then here's these J cups I was talking about. So to me, that's just they've got a double weld there, but you know, I could definitely put 300 pounds on it and show you that it can do 300, but to me they should have doubled the gauge of that steel on that. Really wouldn't have cost them that much more. And really have there's these bar holders that I was telling you about in the back that aren't really for much other than weighting down the rack itself. And then there's that utility bench I got, and I got this bench at a discount. It's got this nice little handle. It's got wheels on the front. Padding's pretty firm. I really like it for doing dumbbells. I don't remember exactly what I paid for it, but I think it was under $100 with the percentage off stuff. Rep Fitness sells one about the same. I happen to like the vinyl on this one. It's kind of got this dotted, if I can get down close enough, kind of grips you, or the Rep one that I looked at was fairly slick. I slipped around a little bit on it, so I ended up liking the Titan one better. And Titan Fitness, they treated me right. Check out their website. Okay, this is my last little clip here on this. I decided to go ahead and put 295 pounds on here so you can see those J cups. They're not flexing, they're not bending or moving or anything like that. I'm sure they're good quality, but when I look at them and I'm doing heavy weight, I like to know that things gonna not pop off there at any point. But Titan can give you a lot more feedback than I can on the rating on them and the testing that they go through. But you know, if you're just doing regular weightlifting with, you know, upwards of 225, 245 for your sets, and maybe you take it up to 275 or something like that, even topping out at 300, I don't think you'll have a problem with these. So possibly even more. It's all your preference. So.